Seems, in a twisted turn of fate, I should be grateful to Caldwell.
How has it come to this? I, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia, must prowl about the underbrush like a common bandit. And you, General Reynard Odo, once proud commander of 4 elite regiments of footmen, now lead a gang of deserters, bandits, and scythe-wielding peasants.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking, Reynard.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years, under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. We seek not to grab land, or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North, for our freedom, that of others. And you alone didn't give up. Didn't even consider bending the knee before Nilfgaard.
Yes, all true. Yet look where it's brought me.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace, and I will do all in my power to see you triumph in the end.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Or talk to this guy.
Your Grace, how fortunate you're here. Behold what wickedness is afoot.
I'm trying to behold Sir Ake, yet I cannot be sure what.
Reynard and Gascon, my lady. Caught in the act of playing face cards.
Oh, that. Indeed they are. Good.
Good? Games of chance, good. Why, they are evil's very claws. Corrupting, tearing at the soul, seeping venom into the heart.
I wouldn't worry about Reynard's heart, Sir Ake. As for Gascon's, too late already, I fear. Besides, they're getting along, that's what matters. If cards do the trick, so be it. Does the good book contain an answer to every question?
Each and every query, without exception.
What does it prescribe a mother betrayed by her son? Tender forgiveness or unflinching firmness?
A moment while I ponder. There's a verse in chapter 2. A child who doth with waywardness defy his mother and father, deserveth discipline most severe. Strike him thus heartily, unless thine heart stilleth thy hand.
But one could interpret that any way one wishes.
Technically, she's right.
To thine own self be judge and ruler, spoke the prophet Lebioda. For thou alone shalt answer for thine deeds before thee.
Certain wisdom to those words.
There's a certain wisdom to those words.
Keep forgetting it says exactly
Yes, your majesty.
what I choose.
One need but gaze deeply into the verses, and oneself.
Farewell, Ake.
Two down. Let's go with her next.
How fare you, Rayla? The quartermaster, did he assign you a tent?
He tried.
Oh, and?
I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars, little chance of a foe catching you off guard.
Rain accepted, perhaps.
I'm not made of sugar, ma'am. I'm not gonna melt.
Well, okay then.
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone in the special forces. How did you come to join?
On merit. Proved I'd be of use.
Yes, well, naturally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist. But the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on home. So I proposed a wager, arm wrestling. If I won, he'd let me join. If I lost, I'd pay him 100 crowns.
And that kind of coin? You had it?
No, so I had to win. As we sat down at the table across from each other, he laughed and rolled up his sleeve. When it was over, all around us were laughing at him. Then I just followed orders. Did so well enough to draw the king's attention.
I must go. We'll speak later.
Gascon. Okay. Okay.
So, Gascon, the soldier's life. Does it suit you?
Apparently he's really tricky to click on.
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon?
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to drink, most days. A skirmish here, a scuffle there, Nilfgaardians one day, elves the next, and whoever we rout, we rob of what they've got.
Requisition, you mean? Fully in accordance with the laws of war.
Oh, please. Save your excuses for your father confessor.
The Duke of Dogs. Whence the name?
Not certain I should tell you. It's a personal story, somewhat.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
Did I hear werewolf?
Of sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked.
Should have figured.
With pleasure.
I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They exploited its chief weakness.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction myself. Walls 5 feet thick, bars and grates of the sturdiest iron.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meave. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But seeing that's second nature to even the most ordinary bandit. Take any castle door. To open it, to open all, one needs but a pouch of gold.
It's time I attended to other matters. Farewell.
That is sadly true. That's everybody. 29 treasure chests here. Still saying there's one of these. Yeah, I looked at everything. Yeah, it's just bugged. Okay, this one way works for me.
Gods. The entire country up in flames.
Ep15 warned punishment awaited Edirn, that he would show the land no mercy.
What in God's names did you do to him, Rayla?
Nilfgaard offered us an alliance against the rest of the north, but Demoven declined, in his clipped soldier's speech. They say Ep15 flew into a rage and swore he'd reduce Edirn to rubble.
Damn. That's a really cool view, though. Even though it's horrible. Ooh, what are you guys? Very, very ugly, that's what you are. Yep. Standard battles, that's 2 rounds. Gotta remember that. Let's see how that goes.
Aye. Should have listened to me, old lady.
Oh, 1 or 2. Okay. So I just got lucky on those 2.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
There we go. Okay.
Again and again and again.
Jeez.
This harvest
Wow,
will
I
be
should've hit him
reaping
first.
black-clad heads. Can't take it anymore.
I was so glad I got this thing out. Oh, enemy passed. Okay. Good, I got 2 damagers. Suppose that'd be good. First.
Enough chit-chat. Draw your weapon.
Let's see.
Watch your heads!
Burn.
Hey? Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Yeah, yeah!
Nice.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away. Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
We'll catch 'em all!
Ha!
Okay, I believe we got this. What is with this thing? Man.
One bolt I need.
Do these. Ooh, all that loot. Good, didn't miss anything back there.
Any of you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past. Any of you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past.
I'll take the gold, I'm needing the gold. Okay, I think I'd make another arbalist. I really love my arbalist. This is 3. It's 1 point over. I like the bomber. The drummer could get me more bombers and obelisks out. Yeah, get rid of that medic. Okay, 3 obelisks back.
The Lyrians arrived at an ancient, half-desiccated beach. Its trunk sat atop a tangle of thick roots, and scraps of paper covered with tiny scribblings fluttered over it from top to bottom. Travelers crowded all around. Barefoot refugees, bony pilgrims, peddlers with armored escorts, and shifty-eyed men with the haggard look of deserters.
The Wayfarer's Beach.
Rayla said.
Travelers of all sorts swap tales here. Perhaps we can glean something about our enemy's movements.
Or paint the enemy a clear picture of our own.
Gascon interrupted.
Nilfgaardian spies no doubt flock to this tree like flies to particularly pungent dung.
Oh, what a beautiful statement. Oh, jeez. I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt. Is it a scout? I'll just approach it.
Disregarding matters of status and station, Meve personally asked the travelers for the latest news. They soon transformed from terse to talkative, sharing tales of an elven bandit named Eldane, a Nilfgaardian general called Frigef who murdered an entire village, and a sorceress who cure any ailment for a few coppers. Then a blood-curdling scream put a halt to the gossip. Meve's soldiers had begun to quarrel with the merchant's guards, one of whom now lay dead on the ground, his throat a gaping wound.
What? Besmirched, Your Honor, Your Grace. Said you took Dale and ran from Luria like a belted bitch.
The travelers were unmoved by this explanation. They demanded the Lyrian soldier be punished according to Eden's laws, by chopping off the hand that dealt the fatal blow.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh man, that's bad. Yeah, one hand, you did just kill a dude for just saying something. I guess it's a loyal soldier. I mean, jeez. Well, here goes negative morale.
With a heavy heart, Meve decided the soldier would have to be punished. Reynard silently drew his sword from its scabbard.
No. I shall do it.
Meve said, in a tone that left no room for discussion.
Soldier, you sought to defend my honor. For that I praise you. But you committed murder. For that,
Exactly.
I must punish you as called for by this land's customs.
Like, why can't it be like in the last freaking place where the town villagers slaughtered like all the elves and freaking dwarves, yet you had an option just to flail them or hang them? Why can't I just have flailing here? Why does it have to be losing his hand? Jeez.
Tears streaming down his face, the foot soldier rolled up his sleeve and placed his arm upon a tree stump. Meve took a deep breath and raised her sword. A terrified scream filled the woods. The travelers gained newfound respect for Meve. Though far from rich, they passed a cap and presented the queen a handful of coins to show gratitude for upholding their laws. As for her Lyrians, they marched away from the Wayfarer's Beach in somber silence.
Yep. Ouch.
You'd folk in Crumhorn are trading with the Squirtle by day for all to see.
Ouch.
Lord Falberson trots about on an imperial leash already. War's lost, plain to see. Lord Falberson trots about on an imperial leash already. War's lost.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, thank God. Whew. At least I'm just